Okay guys, we're just going to revisit this Behringer PB1000 pedal board, okay? That's how I've got it set up for gigging. I've been gigging with it for 6 months like that, including did 2 outdoor festivals in Germany with this, and I've just plugged the power connector into a British 3-pin to European 2-pin adapter, plugged it into the German mains, and it worked 100%. Now the way I've got it set up is like this. I've routed all my power leads into the trunking and brought out only the ones I need where I need them, so it's all nice and tidy, and I've used gaffer tape to stick down some of the leads. So my guitar comes into the input panel, and then the first short connector goes into this Boss tuner, then into an old Boss compressor sustainer, then into a super octaver Behringer, then into this Dodd phaser. Then I use one of the long patch leads to come around the bottom here into the Behringer super flanger, into the Behringer Echo machine, into this old turbo distortion from Boss, out of that into the Crybaby. 2 of the pedals that I'm using require a different type power connector to the Boss type. That's the Dodd and this Crybaby. I've got quite a few Crybabys, and some of them use a barrel type connector and some of them use a pin type, and this one I want to use uses a pin type connector. So what I did is I used a little adapter for both the Crybaby and the Dodd, and I'll just put it in front of a sheet of white paper so you can see it in focus. There you go, that's the adapter, and this end here goes into the standard Boss connector, and then the pin end gets the power, and that powers the Crybaby and the Dodd, or any other pedal that takes that type of connector. Now where I got my adapters from, they came in a box, a whole load of them, and they came with one of these generic wall wart pedal supplies, yeah, and it basically just plugs into the mains, and then it's got a daisy chain of these Boss type connectors that power any Boss type connector pedal, you know, with the same polarity as Boss. Okay, and that came with these adapter little leads. Yeah, there's this type that goes from the barrel to the pin. There's these red ones to change polarity, and there's green ones, I don't know what they're for, and there's even one that goes from the Boss connector to a PP9 battery type connector. Yeah? Anyway, that's where I got these adapters from. You may hopefully be able to find them at your local Radio Shack or Radio Spares or other electrical hobby store. But I would say Behringer should really include a set of adapters in with this pedal board. They really should, because they throw in this big bag full of patching leads, and that is a godsend, because it means you can start building your board as soon as you open the box. And they really should, for the cost of a few pence, they should throw in a bunch of adapters, power adapters, and then people could just use it with whatever pedals they like, and they wouldn't have to go to the hassle of trying to find some adapters, which could be very difficult even if you live in a major city, never mind if you live in a rural area. Okay, so I'll plug that adapter back in. So both the Crybaby and the Dodd phaser are using those pin type connectors. Okay, there you go, and it all works. Now some people have been saying, can I use this pedal board with 10 pedals? Well, one guy asked the question, would I be able to use this pedal board with 10 pedals and my Crybaby? Will it have enough power? And the answer is yes, and I will just show you that by going now and getting 3 additional pedals, and I'll show you that working. What I've done is I'm not going to rewire the whole board, so I just opened the trunking and I pulled out 3 mains adapters just so I could connect these 3 pedals along the top. Okay, so the way it's wired now, it goes into the delay, then the tuner, sustainer, octaver, phaser, round to the flanger, echo machine, turbo with distortion, into the filter machine, into the phaser, and into the wah-wah. Crybaby, okay? So, let's see if it works. Right, there we are. So first of all, the tuner. That's working. Okay. Actually, that should go at the beginning of the sequence, not the delay, but that's just, you know, it was easy for me to do it that way. Okay. So let's see if they're working. The delay first. Working. Sustainer. Working. Octaver. Working. Phaser. Working. Flanger. Working. Echo machine. Working. Working. Filter machine. Working. Super phase shifter. Working. And the wah-wah. Working, so let's try them all. It's going to be an almighty racket, apart from this of course, because it'll cut out the signal. So let's try all of them. Remember, this will be a huge racket. There you go. Obviously you'd never run 10 pedals in a wah-wah at the same time. But anyway, there you go. You can see it's got enough juice to power 10 pedals and a wah. No problems. It's just a matter of getting those adapters. So I hope that has been useful. To cover all eventualities, this is a Jim Dunlop. It's a GCB95 with the pin type adapter, and that's working alright. Oops, but I just wanted to also show you that, let's take this one out, there's another one here, this crybaby, that's another one, it's got the different type power adapter there, like a barrel type, yeah. Okay, so just take that adapter off that I was using for the pin type crybaby. Let's try this one. Yeah, working fine with this type as well. I'll just put on all the other pedals to show you that it can handle it. There you go, so you know it'll power both types of connector on the old crybabies. Okay, one other thing just to say, and that is, which I didn't mention, if I just take these out, is that of course the problem that you will run into, and something you're going to have to solve with routing of cables and things, is the fact that because the crybaby has its connectors on this side here, it can't go right up against the edge, and that then doesn't leave you much room to fit 2 extra pedals in there. Okay, as you can see, you'll have to get a piece of neoprene that's that shape and cut it custom to fit to get those extra couple of pedals in, but there is room, or you can have your crybaby sitting outside the case if you wanted. Okay, well there you go, I hope that's been useful.